First, loosen this screw here. Then reinstall the bracket with the original screw. Don't tighten it yet. Loosen the bracket a bit. This makes it easier to line up the bracket and skid plate holes later. First, loosen this screw here. Then align the left bracket hole with the original screw hole. Use the original screw to mount the bracket. Don't tighten the screw yet. Keep the bracket a bit loose. This makes it easier to line up the bracket and skid plate holes later. This bracket is installed the same way. Install the bracket with the original screw. Loosen this screw here. Then line up the right bracket hole with the original screw hole. Use the original screw to install the bracket. Don't tighten the screw yet. Loosen the bracket a bit. This makes it easier to line up the bracket and skid plate holes later. Before installing the fuel tank skid plate, remove these factory screws first. We'll use these holes later for the guard plate. Now install the fuel tank skid plate. Line up the skid plate holes with the screw holes. The 3 side holes on the skid plate. Reuse the factory screws. And start the screws. Avoid wrong screws. Reinstall with the original screws. Factory threads. Tighten the screws. This spot on the skid plate. Secure with 1265 socket screws and countersunk and start the screw. Avoid wrong screws and damage to factory threads. The center hole here lines up with our bracket hole. Secure the guard plate with 820 screws and washers. Then start the screw. Don't tighten. The 2 rear skid plate holes line up with our bracket. Use standard 8x20 screws and washers to secure the guard screws. Don't tighten the screws yet. Hand tighten the guard plate with an 8x20 standard screw and washer. Don't tighten the screws yet. Put an M12 lug nut on top of this hole. Secure it with a 1235 hex socket screw and countersunk washer and tighten the screw. Don't tighten this side too. Screws. Put an M12 lug nut on top. Secure it with a 1235 Allen screw and countersunk washer. Thread the screw. Don't tighten the screws yet. Finally, tighten all the screws.